Hello, my name is Teixeira, and today we are taking an adventure to one tiny country in Europe with a population of 10 million people. I'm talking about Portugal, a country with a surprising history and conquering and some great achievements, with almost 900 years of existence. That means that you are one of the oldest nations in the entire world. We are the current European champions in football. That's right, the real football. And we have Cristiano Ronaldo, the best player in the entire world. But maybe the best of all is the pastel de nata. But maybe it will be for the next time. What I want to talk to you today is about this, Sonae, and now how we are doing our digital transformation in the organization. Sonae is a multinational company managing a diversified portfolio of business in retail, financial service, technology, shopping centers and telecommunications. We are in 62 countries with 44,000 employees. I am a solution designer and I am part of a workplace IT team in Sonae MC that is responsible for collaboration tools and their adoption. Today, I want to share two solutions that we have created in Power Automate. The first one is the interview process for an internship program that allows pre-select candidates to schedule an interview between business leaders and them. As soon as the registrations are open, it is a real rush because everyone is trying to schedule meetings at the same time. In the past, these meetings were scheduled manually with a lot of Excel files and post-its, and the HR team dedicated to do it. HRO today recognized Contact to Sonae traineeship program as the best in class in candidate experience and HR technology. Let's see what this process looks like from a perspective of a candidate. Candidate access to a SharePoint site. Select the booking page for a candidate button, which give you access only to the slots that are still available from the business leader. This is a SharePoint list with a customized view. Select a slot and press Book Now. Automatically, is direct to another page where we will receive an answer to their meeting request. In this case, it was successful, and the flow will send a meeting to both. In the case of the business leader, the experience is the same. Now, let's see how the magic happens. When someone clicks on the button Book Now, the flow starts. Then it will identify the SharePoint item and the user email to press the button. Next, it will check if the user email is registered as candidate or business leader. In this next step, it's going to check if booking between candidate and business leader already exists to avoid duplicate meetings. Now it's validating if the candidate and business leader are free to meet in that time. If all the conditions meet, it will register in a SharePoint list the user email requests the meet. This way we can filter and hide the slot on the SharePoint list. And the final step is to send a Teams meeting for all interviews. In all of these steps, we register a log in a SharePoint list, and we send a response to the requester according to the conditions. To help us manage this solution, we create an Office 365 group to manage all the documentation, shortcuts to flows that sustain this process, and a SharePoint list with all log activity from the flow I showed you before. The next case I want to share is an automation of COVID-19 test results. Currently, due to the pandemic, we need to test our employees frequently, and we need to create an automation to process the results we receive from the labs. We made this solution very simple and quick. So, in this case, we use AI Builder to read the results in PDF format from the labs, a database in the SharePoint list, and Power Automate to process all the results and report and notify all the stakeholders in the process. This year, we have processed more than 7,500 tests without any effort, and with teams focused on the most important. How did we achieve this? We have to go back to 2016, when we started the adoption of Office 365 with the migration of email to the cloud and introduction of OneDrive. This process took 2 years in our structures, and until now, the migration of our operations and stores. About 3 years ago, our Office employees already had email and documents in the cloud with OneDrive and SharePoint Online, and we start looking at Power Automate and think in what we can do with it. Quickly realize that tool looks very simple and intuitive, very visual, we don't need to write a single line of code, and did not require additional investment. Licensing was already included in our plan. But we found some challenge. I highlight two. First, risks versus benefits. We don't have a dedicated development and support team just for this product. We start to carrying out a proof of concept and make the Power Automate available only to some top users. This allows us to see the potential and the associated risks. We verify that the risks are low, and the Power Automate combined with Microsoft Forms and SharePoint allow us to digitalize many processes that were in an Excel and Access files. Quickly, we made a decision to make these tools available on our tenant and allow in self-service mode users start exploring and try digitalize their process. Second, adoption. How to ensure the adoption of employees. The first impression of users is that it is very complicated and people are so afraid to spoil something. We start to see the Power Automate as a collaboration tool and not a development tool. In our organization, we already have many experts in Excel who create files that scare an IT team. So, we went to these colleagues and start by conducting consulting sessions and workshops where we try to map a process. We challenge our colleagues not to think about technology, but actions taken by people and then just replicate the steps in the flow. We currently maintain these support sessions and conducting webinars for the entire organization, where we show how to make a flow from the scratch with the simple cases. What we found, it was little by little, we start to create a community that starts to influence other colleagues, and we are increasing the adoption of these tools without much effort from IT teams. For us, Power Automate is a collaboration tool. Creating a flow or a Power App is the same as creating an Excel document or a PowerPoint. And all the processes are created and supported by the users. We don't want to digitalize very complex process, but rather process that can improve the lives of our employees with repetitive and routine tasks. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you come to Portugal, don't forget to try our pastel de nata.